Hi everyone, thank you for watching. By law, I have to tell you that this is for entertainment purposes only. All videos are property of Psychic Liz Cross, LLC. Thank you.
Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. This is Mr. Shakespeare again on the 22nd of July, 2026, joined as usual by psychic medium and remote viewer Liz Cross. How are we doing today, Liz?
Oh, good, thank you.
Right. Well, due to popular request, apparently, we're going to do a probe on Anne Widdecombe, who used to be a Conservative MP for many years. She hasn't been in politics directly for years. So let's grab her first, please, Liz.
Okay, I have her standing here. What would you like to know?
Let's just clear up one thing. Were you murdered?
Were you murdered? Yes.
Okay. Do you know why you were murdered?
Do you know why? She said he is psychologically deranged.
Okay. Have you had, or did you have rather, any contact, in any which way at all before the guy that's alleged to have murdered you?
Did you have any contact with him? No.
So you didn't know him at all?
Did you know him at all? No, she did not know him. Was
Right.
he a stalker? Yes, but stalked her more online,
Oh, okay.
as in with her movements online.
Okay. All right. So it wasn't completely random then. Right. Well, let's bring him into the picture.
Okay.
This is the alleged murder suspect. His name apparently is Joshua Kerry.
Okay.
You got a connection with him, Liz?
I do. I'm gonna mind probe him.
Okay. All right. Well, let's mind probe him. Let's go. Have you been stalking, cyberstalking, or physically stalking Anne Widdecombe, the former Conservative MP?
Were you cyber stalking or stalking and Widdecombe? He'd following her for a while. Yes.
Why?
Why? She has to pay. Pay for what? My life being so bad.
How is she directly or indirectly responsible for your life being so bad?
How is she directly responsible? Because she was in power.
Yeah, but that was many, many, many years ago. She hasn't been an MP for a long time.
That was many years ago. She hasn't been an MP for a long time. He's aware of that. He, as I tap into him, he has this need to seek revenge. It's like she wronged him in his eyes. She's responsible for every single thing that has gone wrong in his life. Now, the energy that I'm also getting, this has a lot to do with his mother.
Okay.
Somehow, he equates her to a likeness of his mother. Actually, he's got some complex or something about his mother. And he's become fixated with Anne Widdecombe.
Is his mother still alive?
Is your mother still alive? Barely, is what he said.
Is she of similar age to Widdecombe?
Is she a similar age? Yes.
Does she look like Anne Widdecombe?
Does she look like him? Very much so.
So he's blaming her for his life. She looks like his mother, who, I mean, surely his mother had more to do with his life than Anne Widdecombe, did she not?
Surely your mother had more to do with your life than Anne Widdecombe. See, in his mind, he says no.
Okay.
It's almost like he's attaching Anne Widdecombe psychologically. I mean, obviously, there's something wrong with him, but psychologically, he thinks of her as like his mother. You know what I mean? Like it's obviously some sort of displacement. But
Right.
yeah, he equates her to the mother. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting that very strongly. His mother allowed him to be abused when he was younger.
Abused by whom?
Abused by whom? Various men.
Okay. Not good, but what has that got to do with Anne Widdecombe?
What does that have to do with Anne Widdecombe? It's like he has to take out his anger and he just became fixated on her.
Right.
All very strange. I mean, we are not criminal psychologists, so, understanding why
No,
this
but I
happened.
mean, somebody might put the point up, well, if you were abused by some men years ago, why isn't the men, why aren't those men the ones you were looking at or for or to or, what, again, I don't see the connection with Anne Widdecombe other than she might look like his mother.
So, did you ever try to tell anyone about the abuse? No. His mother like coerced him into the abuse. And do you think Ann Widdecombe looks like your mother? Yeah. See, there's something to this psychologically. I mean, obviously he's not right, but yeah, he had you been stalking her years, years. Was this the perfect opportunity at that moment for you to go drive all that way from Rotherham to Devon? He says, I took a chance and it paid off. Are you sad about what you did? No. Do you regret it? No. Do you believe that you feel justified? Of course I do. And her front door was unlocked always. Had you been to her house before? No.
How did he know where she lived?
How did you know where she lived? He paid to find out. Who did you pay? Various sources. He paid to find out her address. And how long had you known her address before you went down there? 2 days. So he got her address, and within 2 days, he then went to her house.
So he didn't know her address, say, I don't know, 6 months ago, no?
According to his personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions, as I probe him. Now, bearing in mind, we are probing a very mentally ill person. But
Yes.
when I say to him, did you have her address 6 months ago? He's telling me no. And was it your hammer? Yes, it was. And that your intention to go kill Ann Widdecombe? Yes, it was. Okay. So you drove her house with the intention to kill her. Yes, he did. And I feel like he was in some sort of manic phase. He goes through phases that where he's manic.
Right.
He was in a manic phase. Do you stalk other politicians? Yes, he has. Have you stalked anyone local to where you are? No. He likes stalking the bigger politicians, but do you let on that you're stalking them? No. So the reason I ask that, because a lot of times stalkers will make themselves known to their victims, right? So, they're hanging around outside the address. They've have had some sort of contact with them in public or even maybe in private, or they followed them to the pub, or you know what I mean, like where they've
Yeah.
they've stalked them, and
Right.
you know that you have a stalker.
Right. But Anne Widdecombe did not know that she was being stalked by this character. Is that correct?
Did you know that you were being stalked by this character? She's cyber. No, okay, let's ask it this way. She goes, yeah, I do. But yes, you do now, but at the
All right. At the
time,
time, while she was on the Earth plane, did she know that she was being stalked cyber or physically by this guy, this Joshua,
no,
whatever it is? No. Okay.
she had no idea. And she says, had I had known, I would have taken precautions.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, at
But
minimum.
she had no idea. And what did
Has
you think when he entered your home? He looked crazy. And she thought, who is this crazy man? And did you see the hammer in his hand? She did. And what did you say to him? What do you want? And what did he say to you? I want to kill you.
well,
I mean, it wasn't a pretty ending, that's for sure. Did your body leave did your soul leave your body? Yes, the soul left the body before the first blow. Yes, thank God. And
right.
that's a pattern that we see. Like before something majorly tragic happens, the soul leaves, right?
Right. Um, well, if this guy is found guilty, he will never be allowed out of prison. Does he realize that? or a
Yes, then
psychiatric unit or a combination of both.
you're going to be found guilty. Oh, he knows he's guilty. Yes. And did anyone pay you to do this? No. Did anyone ask you to do this? Ah, the voices. So you're schizophrenic as well? Yes, he is. He has schizophrenia as well.
Right. Okay. But obviously, he was the terrorist, the anti-terrorist police got involved because obviously she was an ex-MP, so there could be that angle. I mean, it doesn't sound like there was any external terrorist organizations. I mean, I found that hard to believe at the time because she hasn't been an MP for a long, long. I know she's an ex-MP, but she has no, she's not. She was a Conservative MP. The Conservatives are not in power anyway, so.
Right.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
I did ask one of my detective friends who lives down that way, and he believed that it was assigned to the anti-terrorist police because Devon and Cornwall just they don't know how to handle something like this.
Okay, well, on the face of it, it's a straightforward murder investigation, isn't it?
Yes, but of a high profile figure.
Right.
They don't want to
Okay.
screw it up. You want to secure a conviction. You don't need Mickey
Mhm.
Mouse cops going in there and screwing up the crime scene and screwing up the forensics and you know what I mean? Which often
Well, I do know what
happens.
you
Look
mean, but I'm absolutely sure that Devon and Cornwall police have senior detectives. I mean, this is not the first murder that's ever happened in Devon and Cornwall. Surely they must have some, you
right,
know, right. So they must
right,
have
but they're
seen,
not equipped.
no, right, okay.
They
All right.
obviously didn't trust them. But
Well, no,
it's
I
kind of
get,
like
I get
the
the
whole,
terror. I mean, I get the potential terrorist angle just because of who she is. But I mean, I would have thought that that would have been fairly quickly cleared up. This, um, he was originally arrested apparently, and then he was let go. Is that why they were involved? Do you think?
oh, he was originally arrested and then yes, they took over the investigation. They didn't
Okay.
want any mistakes being made. So
Right.
look, we had this big case over here of Nancy Guthrie, who was Savannah Guthrie's
Who?
mother, well, still is. But the Calamity Cops came in on that one and totally screwed the entire investigation. They had no idea what they were doing, even though the victim herself wasn't high profile, the daughter was, and they screwed it up. Now, I'm going to call a few hits on that case because I said the ransom notes were, she wasn't actually being held for ransom. We knew that. And what we got on that case was the brother-in-law, her son-in-law, the brother-in-law of Savannah Guthrie owes a bunch of money. He leads a double life. He's in with all these gambling debts and all this other stuff. And in his mind, in order to pay back all these debts and these criminal gangs, he had her killed so that he would get the inheritance money, right? So the inheritance money would be distributed equally. That would pay off his gambling debts. However, going out into the future, he doesn't get that money or he won't get the money because the actually ends up divorcing him, and then he doesn't have any access to the inheritance money. But it was, that was a total screw up by the cops over here. They didn't want any errors. Well, yeah, and especially with a former politician, because then you'll end up having government inquiries into the police where the errors. It was a safer option to let the anti-terrorist police take it over.
Okay. Fair enough. That's all right.
Wow.
Right. Okay. I think we've solved the case on this one then, haven't we?
Well, I mean, yeah, the police solved it, but I mean, we've mind probed him and we sort of understand where he's at, which is, the schizophrenia, the manic episodes, the stalking, the likeness to his mother. I mean, yeah, deranged. All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Shakespeare. I'll stop this one here.